Thanks very much, Linda. So if you have yet to have a local roadshow event, please get in touch with SNP headquarters. They're managing the busy diarying, planning and the logistics. The intention is to keep the roadshow going all the way to the referendum. It's an excellent way of updating SNP members and in the near future updating all Yes campaign supporters. Moving on from the roadshow and our positive and persuasive message, I'd next like to update you on the excellent campaign materials that are available. I think a number of you have been given them on the way into the halls. If not, there are bags with copies of the campaign materials that you can collect on the way out. In recent months, there have been great materials going out around the country explaining the ambition and detail of the independence message. Since last October, hundreds of thousands, literally hundreds of thousands, of the large format and the smaller format, Your Scotland, Your Future publication have been distributed. And this conference we have provided a further suite of materials updated and informed by our voter research. Firstly, there is a detailed choices document which explains the timescale of independence, the process of independence, the firm economic foundation for Scotland, the benefits of independence, the challenges and opportunities, what independence will look like, including the much valued social union with our friends and neighbours, and 10 key facts and messages for friends and family. The document explains the key milestones, including the referendum bill, the white paper on independence, the prospectus, which will give the electorate the detailed case, the referendum process itself, the talks that will follow a yes vote, with the 2016 elections being the first for an independent Scotland. I like that. I quite like that. With the 2016 elections being the first for an independent Scotland. Secondly, amongst the new suite of materials, we have choices, the questions and answers, and this helps undecided voters understand the exciting prospect of independence. There are different sections, why independence is the best option, the advantages for the economy and jobs, benefits for individuals and families, affordability, being the right size for independence, currency continuity, pensions guarantee, the head of state, dealing with financial challenges, better banking, best defence options, protecting public services, the transition to independence, how we can govern ourselves, and how we will work with other nations. And in a new innovation, this key information is also available through iBooks with app functionality. So if you are out and about, if you need some information about the independence process, the facts, the arguments, you can access that at any time and share with others. In addition, just in case you didn't think all of that was enough, there's a handy to-do list to focus our efforts. How best to communicate the case at home, at work, when you are out and about. There are specific suggestions on how best to communicate, by leafleting your street perhaps, by writing letters to the local or national media, by taking part in radio phone-ins, by sharing materials available from the SNP website. There are also suggestions about how we can boost finances. We never miss that in the SNP. We can, of course, donate online. We can subscribe to the Excellent Independence magazine. Hands up, anybody who does not subscribe to the Excellent Independence magazine? Oh, nobody's got their hands up. Good. So we're encouraging other people to subscribe to Independence magazine. There is also a new special recruitment leaflet. As you all know, our membership is up tremendously. We need to keep that going. This is one of the ways of doing that. And of course, we can do that using social networking through Twitter and Facebook. It's one of the routes, one of the reasons we believe that membership has been going up so much, because it is so easy to do online. And being joined up, we also have a special local government election card highlighting key themes on the reverse side on record council tax freezes, building for recovery, supporting local business, education and training, protecting police numbers and communities. Over this conference weekend, we have seen more than 1.5 million copies of these materials be collected from behind the headquarters desk. 1.5 million pieces of information. And I'm sorry to confirm that some of you haven't even collected yours, and we're going to have to print some more. So if you haven't already got an allocation, please get in touch with headquarters and you will be provided with copies of all those materials. Now, in addition, behind the screen, I don't know if you've noticed, there have also been hundreds of thousands of addressed local government election postal vote communications, which you've also been collecting. Many thanks for that. And having a continuing support materials is amongst the strongest feedback we have from the roadshow, and I'm delighted that we are providing this. Next on the feedback list from you all is the desire of members to transition to the Yes campaign, which will bring together all supporters of independence. So the SNP, obviously, other parties, and people who have not yet been involved in party politics but want to help secure a historic Yes vote. I'm happy to confirm that we are working towards a Yes campaign launch shortly after the local government elections. There will be a dedicated campaign structure at national level, providing materials, coordinating activities, research and resources. There will be local campaigns directing grassroots activities from district level to town and community level. There will also be sectoral campaigns bringing together people with particular interests, including Business for Independence, Trade Unionists for Independence, Artists for Independence, Veterans for Independence, Youth for Independence, Women for Independence, Senior Citizens for Independence, and many, many more. We'll be using cutting-edge IT and communications technology to run the most effective campaign in Scottish political history. There will be a top-spec, web-based shopfront for the Yes campaign. The website will be there for people to sign up to the campaign. It will direct people very easily to campaign materials, to details about campaign activities at a local level, and reference material for all. Our campaign data management system, Activate, is being updated as we speak for the referendum to help us maintain the most focused, targeted, efficient and effective campaign possible. Updated smartphone technology will allow seamless campaigning with GPS positioning and Activate access, allowing us to keep ahead of the competition. All of these innovations are important, but they will not replace the most important element of all in the campaign, which is the involvement of record numbers of ordinary people around the country. This will be a campaign for everybody, regardless of which party they support, regardless of where people come from. This is about our collective future and future generations. I encourage everybody to join. Together we will change the country for the better. Already, in parallel to campaigning for the local government elections, we are working on an outreach programme constituency by constituency. At the present time, local members, local councillors and council candidates are working with our parliamentarians to identify and communicate with key people in every sector of community life. One example of where this has been happening in recent weeks is Dundee. And to explain what has been happening there is Dundee East MP Stuart Hosey. Stuart.
What Angus gently forgot to tell you, of course, is that what he calls phase one of the outreach programme means every single constituency has to identify and reach out to 500 key opinion formers in their constituency. That's community groups, volunteer groups, minority communities, youth groups and businesses. That's 500 in every constituency, in addition to the normal canvassing in phase one. We started with the business community. We sent out 300 letters, invite letters. Short notice, Monday night, more than 10% confirmed. More turned up on the night, and that was a good thing because we were able to get a message across to them and, more importantly, engage properly and take their questions. There was a short presentation, it was a nice venue, and plenty of time to hear what they had to say. And unsurprisingly, many of the concerns they had were the same concerns the general public has, because it's what they've been told. So we were able to confirm, no, in fact, we do not have an economy like North Korea. In fact, 77% of our workforce are in the private sector. They asked, how will we survive without the subsidy? And we were able to say to them, well, with 8.4% of the UK population, we provide 9.6% of all the taxes, and there is no subsidy. They asked how we can pay our way How could we do all of these good things with a tax system that business wants to see when we're in the condition we're in? So we're able to explain the condition we are in is a better fiscal position every year for the past 6 years in the UK as a whole, more net surplus years than the UK as a whole going back decades, and of course all of this underpinned by £1.5 trillion of oil and gas wealth sitting off the North Sea in Scottish territorial waters. And all of this information is available. There's a very short slideshow, a script, and a draft invite letter. It's already been sent to every MP and to every MSP. I've updated it already after JERS was released last week. It will be resent to every MP and MSP this week. Now, I know delegates, the MPs, the MSPs, working with their councillors and their office bearers, are in advanced planning stages for all of their meetings with businesses, community groups and others. I'll say that again because it wasn't actually a question. You're all in an advanced planning stage for all the outreach meetings you have to do. There's nothing to be afraid about. I might even provide a question and answer sheet. These meetings work because, as Angus said, people want to engage. And they want to engage with a positive message and with a compelling narrative, particularly businesses, so that we can say it's not just about control of the fiscal levers for your businesses to do well, to make a profit and to employ more people. It's about control of the fiscal levers to deliver prosperity for everybody. That's what independence is about. So the material is there. I know some of you have seen it because you've said so. It's all branded up. It'll be reworked and resent tomorrow. And I want to hear the feedback about how your business meetings go, because that community are engaged, open, want to listen, are very responsive indeed to what we have to say. So with that compelling narrative and that positive message, get to work.
Thank you very much, Stuart. This is one of the many examples of good practice from around the country, and it is exactly how we're going to work across Scotland in the run-up to the referendum, from Shetland to Galloway, from Stornoway to Eyemouth. So my message to all of you delegates is, please go back to your local area and make sure we are doing everything we can to be as effective as possible. At your first meeting, when you return to your branch or constituency, please make a stocktake. Ask yourselves the following questions. What is the status of your local referendum plans and activities? How far are you with your sectoral outreach plans? How are you integrating these efforts of the local government elections? How much voter and referendum ID information has been gathered and entered into Activate? Have you held a roadshow event? How will you support the Yes campaign when it is launched? What are we doing to properly welcome and integrate our many, many new and enthusiastic members? In conclusion, colleagues, this is it. This is it. We're off and running. It's a long race for Scotland's future. We have been in training for a long time, and we are pacing ourselves. But this is the most important democratic campaign in Scotland ever. There are a great many colleagues who are no longer here who worked extremely hard for us to have this historic opportunity. And there are future generations who will be eternally grateful for this campaign, which we are all a part of. Let's make this the best campaign ever. I don't know about you, but I am extremely excited about this historic opportunity to transform Scotland for the better. So together, let's make it happen. Thank you very much.
Conference, I'll just give